Hi guys! Today I'm going to be showing you how to convert units. Let's start by summarizing what I told you in the last video. In the last video I told you the units of length, how to measure length, and how to draw length. Well, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to convert those units of length. Well, there are two ways to convert length. One can be by converting bigger units to smaller units, and the other can be converting smaller units to bigger units. Let's start by converting bigger units to smaller units. Well, just imagine that I have 24 bananas. How many bananas do I have? Over here, we see that they're telling us to find how many bananas we have, and we can see that 24 must be a big number, and 12 must also be a big number. So that's why they're telling us to convert it into the number of bananas. Over here, this is my 24 bananas. But for this, we're going to have to know how many 12 banana is. 12 is equals to 12. That means 12 bananas means 12 bananas. But to find out how many 24 bananas is, I'm going to have to do some operation. But which operation am I going to have to do? To find this, I'm going to have to multiply it by 12. So that means our operation is going to be multiplying. But why should we multiply it by 12? That's because our conversion factor is 12. So we're going to have to multiply it by 12. And if you calculate it correctly, 12 multiplied by 2 is equals to 24. So the answer is 24 bananas. So to summarize it, all you need to do is just multiply it by the conversion factor. Now let's see how to convert small units to big units. Just imagine a shopkeeper has 144 bananas. How many dozens does he have? Over here, the shopkeeper has 144 bananas, and he wants us to find how many dozens he has. That means he must have many pairs of these bananas. For that, we're going to know how many 1 dozen is, which is 12. So for this, to find how many dozens he has, we're gonna have to do another operation. But this time it can't be multiply because we're going to convert a small unit to a big unit. So for that, we're going to have to divide it by 12. So that means our operation is going to be dividing, but why 12? Just as I told you in the previous slide, since our conversion factor is 12, that's why we're going to have to divide it by 12. And if you calculate it correctly, 144 bananas divided by 12 is equals to 12 dozen. So that means the shopkeeper has 12 dozen bananas. So the main idea is to convert small units to big units is just to divide it by the conversion factor. Now let's just extend the idea we just proposed. What is the relation between various units? Well, in the last video I showed you that there are many units such as millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, and kilometer. Well, if I want to convert kilometers to hectometers, there's a very important point you should know. Every time we're going to be converting it from a bigger one to a smaller one, it always carries a tens unit. That means you're gonna have to multiply it once more by 10. So if I'm gonna have to do if I'm going to want to convert hectometer to decameter, decameter to meter, meter to decimeter, and decimeter to centimeter, or centimeter to millimeter, it's always going to carry a tens unit. That means always you're going to have to multiply it once more by 10. What if I want to convert kilometers to decameter? Well, in this case, over here, we converting a kilometer to a hectometer, it's 10, and then hectometer to decameter, it's 10. We're just going to have to multiply it 10 by 10. So that means it's going to be just extended to 100. Now, what if I want to convert a kilometer to a meter? Well, in this case, if I want to convert kilometer to hectometer, or a hectometer to decameter, or a decameter to meter, they all carry a tens unit. So I'm just going to have to multiply 10 multiplied by 10 again. So that means it's going to be 1,000. 1,000. Finally, I have one last question. What if I want to convert kilometer all the way to a millimeter? Well, in this case, kilometer to hectometer is 10. Hectometer to decameter is 10. Decameter to meter is 10. Meter to decimeter is 10. Decimeter to centimeter is 10. And centimeter to millimeter is 10. So like this, it's going to be 10 multiplied by followed by 6 tens. So I have to multiply 10 6 times by 10. So like that, it's going to be 1 million, 1 followed by 6 zeros. Like that. So it's going to be, I'm going to have to multiply kilometer by 1 million. Now, if we want to convert small units to big units, we're going to divide. Say I have to convert millimeter to centimeter, so I'm going to divide it by 10. If I want to convert centimeter to decimeter, I'm going to have to divide it by 10. If I want to convert decimeter to meter, I'm going to have to divide it by 10, and so on. Now, what if I want to convert millimeter to meter? Well, in this case, first I'm going to have to convert millimeter to centimeter. Whatever the result comes, I'm going to have to divide that by 10. And then whatever that result comes, I'm going to have to again divide it by 10. So furthermore, I'll get the result as 1,000. I'm going to have to divide it by 1,000. Now let's see an illustration of how to really convert it. Now we see it's written to convert 65 meter into centimeter. So to do this, we're going to have to multiply 65 by 100. But why 100? Because we're jumping 2 times. So that's going to mean 10 multiplied by 10, which is 100. And when we're going to multiply it, our answer will be 6,500 centimeter. Now, why multiply? Because we're going from a big unit to a small unit. So it's going to be multiply. Now, convert 2 kilometers into meters. 2 multiplied by 1,000. But why 1,000? Because we're jumping 3 times. So that means it's going to be 1,000. And when we're going to multiply by 1,000, it's going to be 2,000 meters. Now convert 9 meter and 37 centimeter. Over here, 37 is already in centimeters. Therefore, there's no need to convert that. We're just going to add it to the answer. But we're only going to need to convert 9 meter. So 9 meter plus 37 centimeter is just the same as 9 multiplied by 100 plus 37 centimeter, which is also equivalent to 900 centimeter plus 37 centimeter, and our answer will therefore be 937 centimeter. Now let's see what our examples are today. Convert these lengths. We're going to have to convert 99 meter into centimeters. So that's going to be 99 meter multiplied by 100, which is equals to 9,900 centimeter. But why 100? Because we're converting a big unit to a small, because we're jumping 2 times. But why multiplication? Because we're converting a big unit to a small unit. So the answer is 9,900 centimeter. Now the next question is convert 8 meter into kilometers. That means we're gonna have to divide, since it's a small unit to a big unit. So that means 8 meter is equals to 8 divided by 1,000 kilometers, which is also equivalent to 0.8 kilometers. Oops, 0.008 kilometers. So the answer is 0.008 kilometers. Now let's see our exercises. Our first question is to convert 4 kilometers into meters. Well, it's going to be multiplied since it's a big unit to a small unit. So it's going to be 4 kilometer multiplied by 1,000, which is equals to 4,000 meters. So our answer is 4,000 meters. Our next question is to convert 7 kilometers into meters. So that's going to be multiplied again since we're converting kilometers into meters. So it's going to be 7 kilometers multiplied by 1,000, which is also equals to 7,000 meters. So our answer is 7,000 meters. Thank you for watching this video, and be sure to watch my next video in which we will learn how to measure weight. Bye bye!